Well, I'm going to test these moon pearls, see if they work. This is the command melody for the original moon pearl. I've modified it to be this spell, Din's Pearl, and it functions exactly the same. I may give it a sound, but it's no longer the command melody. It's now just Din's Pearl. Let's see if Faror's Pearl works. Okay, that needs to change. Whoops. No. Okay, good. Ruin, how about... Okay. That works. Gotta wait for it to time out. Okay. Menus seem to be working. Going pretty well. Welcome to the stream. Very rare Skyrim streaming here. Let's see, Secret Grotto South. Okay. I'm testing out a new moon pearl. This is Faror's Pearl. And I'm just making sure the menus are all working properly. I don't know what that burning, where that's coming from. It must be some... Welcome! I'm gonna see if it'll work. Yep, okay, it sent me somewhere. Don't know if a white screen is normal. Oh, no, that's fine. Yep. Sent me to the proper grotto. Obviously, I'll have to fix that weird sound. Oh, that was working. I decided to make the Kamdelamar marker inside the ruin itself because I didn't want to have to require you to go through Roxanne's house and go all the way through to get to the ruin itself. So I decided to do that. Let's do Forgotten Cavern. Yeah, Pharaoh's Pearl is going to make traveling very easy. I'm checking every single one just to be absolutely sure that they all work. With they all except Condelamar. Condelamar puts you into the dungeon itself. Itnamzan will put you on top of the dungeon, which is pretty much just as good as being placed in the dungeon, because the map marker for Itnamzan is on the dungeon itself. I think I tested all of them except Hofengar. Let's test Hofengar. And here's another use for Pharaoh's Pearl. Say I got in a fight with this guy. Oh wait, no, I need to open it. There we go. So he's gonna attack me. I can just get the heck out of Dodge. Just not bother with him. And now I'm at Kena Langdonville. And since I'm going to more Wittejal, I can test out the side entrance that I added. There's the front entrance. There it is. It's tricky to get to because you have to jimmy up here, but Oh, well, that needs to be fixed. Well, I mean, there was no way to predict. Oh, wow, there's a crack there, too. Oh, hey! Oh! Get out of here. There's no way to predict where, because the Song of Time is in random loot, has a very rare chance of spawning, so it was impossible to predict that it would be in Kino Langdenzell rather than Forelhost, or it was in Forelhost as well as Kino Langdenzell. Alright, that works. And let's go to Itnamzand, and I'll show you where Itnamzand puts you. Oh. False alarm? Okay, I'm gonna change where this marker is. I'm gonna make it so that it's inside. Or no, not inside, it's on the dungeon itself. Because this is not helpful. Listen, you silly chillfos. Ain't nobody got time for this. Glowing sword. Was it this guy? Or was somebody carrying a glowing sword? Check the cavern. Check crafting. Yeah, that fits. Welcome to the stream. I'm doing pretty well. I'm testing out some stuff in Skyrim. Oh, the Argonian. Yeah, he was carrying the Infinity Sword. It's a standalone mod by D. Magnus, who made the Mirror Shield of the Desert. It's a really powerful sword. Oh, there it is. Yeah, so that's the Infinity Sword. You can switch it from one-handed to two-handed. Come on, I'm not in combat. I want to see if this thing works or not. Oh, whatever. Let's go to the Terminian Forge. elapsed time is not going anywhere. There we go. Thank you for the congratulation. Forge, let's do Tailstone Camp. Hey! I want to test something. Oh, well. Oh, a netch! Just sort of wandered around. That's interesting. I've always wanted to use the netches for something.
We have come south to test our worth against the mighty Netch. Will you join us?
Good luck.
Luck? Luck
Yeah,
will
that's
play
great,
no
yeah.
part today.
Good for you. I'm gonna go ahead and leave.
We will earn our victory or return to the altar.
Yeah, alright. Let's try Dawnstar Spider House. Very good. This puts you in a really great place. It's like perfectly framed. Nice. Oh, that's cool. That they're fighting each other. I was thinking of adding a basement. Oh, excuse me. I was thinking of adding a basement to the Solstheim spider house, but I think I'll just leave it the way it is because it's wrecked to all hell. Oh, that's a Tektite. Cool. They don't like Skulltulas either, and it just took down a Skulltula. Let's pop. I think that's it for Pharaoh's Pearl. So now I'm gonna go somewhere quiet, like the Midden. Let's go to the Midden. And now I'm going to test Nehru's Pearl. I have less confidence in Nehru's Pearl than Pharaoh's. Skyrim Special Edition. The Skyrim Special Edition version of Relics of Hyrule is not in development yet. I'm going to finish 6.5 and then I will start working on Skyrim Special Edition. So it's not happening yet. Storage first. Hey, hey! Let's see if it actually works. Let's put one of those in there. And there's a cooldown, which I like. Neighbor's Pearl container 2, very good. Let's put an ancient text in that one. Storage third. And let's put that thing in there. Okay. I'm pretty sure... Ooh, wait, no. Hang on, I need to make a note. Really getting tired of this music. There we go. Uh-oh, that's not good. That doesn't... So I made a mistake with the script. There's the storage, which fires one menu, and enhancement fires the same menu, and creation fires the enhancement menu. So there's no... there's no option for the creation menu, but I can... That's really cool. It's working really well, Nehru's Pearl. I really like this. This is working... Oh, this is alchemy. Yeah, the forge chest at Terminen Forge is a value. It doesn't respawn. It's a safe storage container. This is alchemy. So now I have to start taking notes on paper because this is. That was armor. So yes, quit alchemy. Let's see. Weapon goes to weapon. Armor goes to alchemy for some reason. What about magic? That works. Magic goes to magic, which is fine. And that goes to anvil. So now I know that Nehru's Pearl needs a little work. Oh, it's... Okay, yeah, this thing is all gone to crap. This shows the right menu and corresponds to the right containers. But enhancement shows you the storage menu, but gives you the creation menus. Probably see if it actually works. Yeah, yes it does. It so works. Alright. So Nehru's Pearl needs a little work. I don't think there's anything else I can do in Skyrim right now. Already tested. I suppose, there's one thing I could test. Green Knight's armor is working. Nothing wrong with the Green Knight's armor. I'll look at the Helmet of the Hero's Shade. Make sure that's temperable. I'm doing like recipe work and stuff in this live stream. By the way, the Green Knight's armor, this is where you'll find it once you have the Hero's Key. Take a look at the helmet for one thing. There's a few details on this that are really clever, in my opinion. I made it, and I really like how it turned out. But the breathing holes, or whatever the hell these are, they may look familiar. And there's other stuff that you can look at on this that very subtle details. Same thing with the gauntlets and the armor. The armor has some interesting details on it as well. The cloak, not so much. But once you get the hero, the Green Knight's armor, it's gonna be it's gonna be cool. Okay, so what I wanted to do was shitballs. It's doing that again. Faror gives wrong gratitude. Faror should not be giving Nehru's gratitude. No. Okay. This is kind of cool. It just plops some right there. That works. Ooh, nope. I sort of want it to stop after it gives you one, instead of asking you for like all of them. Because if it does that, if you say yes to everything, it's gonna clutter this font here. So I'm gonna change that script. It was doing it before. It was supposed to. Why is it remove dark essence for Black Soldier? It was removing dark essence for that's not good. Oh, now it's not doing anything. Okay. Yeah, it said wisdom. I'll need to fix that. You ain't working, Faror. You ain't doing what you're supposed to. I really like these statues, but they're kind of low resolution. Like her hand there, and there's also well, it's not in that one, but in Nehru's shrine, which I also need to check. Nehru's shrine has a similar problem. Yeah, in Nehru's shrine, there's a gap between the bowl and the rim of the bowl, but it looks like it's supposed to be there. It just looks kind of weird. But I can't really modify the statues myself. I don't have that kind of skill set. By the way, this is where Zelda's armor is. There's Zelda's armor. Doo-ba-doo. And Zelda's Prayer, which is a really cool lore book that's really cool, and it's really cool. Let's see what Nehru's font does. Yes. Yes. Okay. That's good to know. Nehru's blessing. Yeah, so she's supposed to be happy that we... Oh, wait. Hang on. Okay. Well. Oh, well. I'm gonna check this Din's Shrine. Let's use this. And everyone's favorite game show, The Song of Soaring. Din's Shrine looks really cool. Okay. She's supposed to be happy that I brought her the Din's Pearl, but oh well. Yeah, that has everything it's supposed to in it. Also, every shrine has a piece of something. Din's Shrine has a piece of heart. Nehru's Shrine has a piece of mind and whatever her face is. Faror has a piece of soul. Don't think there's anything else for me to test. I could test... Actually, no. Here's what I'm going to test. Since I have Faror's Pearl, I'm going to test to make sure that it did what it was supposed to. Ruin Kinoline. Oh, yep, it did. So, you remember that boat that was floating above Bleakwind Basin? There it is. And if you get on board, game crashes, apparently. Yeah, that's something to look at. Alright. So, firing up the old Cretin kit, and I'm going to, or Cretin kit, whatever. I don't know how I'm going to. Craton, nail on a stick kit, and I'm going to fiddle with the scripts for Nehru's Pearl. I'm going to fiddle with some recipes, leveled lists. Gonna fix some issues that I just wrote down. Gonna try to fix that crack in Morley. And of course, Creation Kit's taking its sweet time loading, because that's what it does. In the meantime, yeah. Let's see. There was a failed start to this stream, and I want to see if I can get rid of it. Yes, get rid of that. Creation kit. I think Steam. Yeah, Steam is synchronizing. Oh, come on. There we go. So, while we're waiting for Creation Kit to load, I completed, completed, whatever, the Divine Beasts, all 4 of them, in Breath of the Wild. So now I'm wandering Hyrule, finishing shrines, getting some more stamina, doing that stuff before I head in to fight old Ganon. So I'm almost finished playing, well, not really, because Breath of the Wild is so dang huge, but I've completed all the Divine Beasts. And from a design standpoint, I think Vah Rudania is my favorite, but just by a little bit. I like all of them. I really like Vah Ruta was the first one, and when I saw it, I was like, that's cool. That's really cool. I really liked the puzzles in Vah Naboris. But just the image of seeing Vah Rudania crawling around on Death Mountain, that was super crazy cool. I'm sure other people will file in, and there might be people watching with the tab closed or something, because I think the watching number isn't 100% accurate sometimes. Ha! Wait. One is that one. Ding. Enhancement. And this one should be 4. Oh, well. Everything got all messed around. So I had to rename, reassign these. For some reason. Okay, that's all good. Just. Okay. That should be okay. I'll have to test it one more time. And I wanted to make the spells powers instead of... I'm going to make them voice powers rather than... check on the powers. Look at the sounds. There's no real charge, so get rid of that. There should be a sound for this one. Oh, there isn't. Okay. Okay. I have to check some containers. Okay, good. Since they're all duplicated from themselves, there shouldn't be a problem. And Dominion Rod. Ah, it respawns. Should not. Here. Okay. No longer respawns. That has been done. Still need to test Hilda's staff, and I keep forgetting to do that. And I'm going to check, make sure I haven't made... Okay. Okay. I'm adding a tempering recipe for the Hero's Shade helmet. I'm just going to use steel on the helmet. No, the forge chest wasn't respawning. The Dominion Rod chest was respawning. I was fixing that. I know for a fact that Ancient Enchanter chest does not respawn, and the Terminian Forge Soulstein chest does not respawn, and neither does the Terminian Forge chest. It was the Dominion Rod that was respawning. And also needed to check Goddess font. Goddess ID is 1. Din is 2. And Nehru is 0. Okay, this is what I need to do. No. I wanted to do was not have it cycle through unless you chose no. to disable this. I think I'll make the... I don't want to do that. Oh! Okay. That's why it was using Dark Essence, because if you have a piece of the Lolian Triforce, then it will give you Goddess Blessing using Dark Essence. So it wasn't an error. That was intentional. And I'm going to change message here. Okay. I'm not going to open it because Creation Kit would take 5 million years. I'm going to edit the Shrine of Ferroar. I'm going to look at the Goddess font. I just want to see the script that's attached to it. Goddess ID is 1. Zero is Nehru, 1 is Pharaoh, 2 is Dim. Choice 01. Who placed the green info on I? Return choice 1. Shade Blessing, choice 02, we return 02. It could, what was going on with my testing, it could be a result of, old scripts being baked into the save, which is always a possibility. Because the goddess ID is 1, which is Feror, and it has everything set up properly. So it could just be trying to use an old script instead of the new one, which happens, which is frustrating, so it's hard to test things. So I think I would have to make a new save to make sure that it was working properly. Unfortunately, that means if this character, when this character reaches Feror's Shrine, it's not going to work properly, so I may have to just reset the goddess font. Alright, I'm going to save because I'm going to start doing work in the cells themselves. And I don't want Creation Kit to crash and lose all that data that I put up. Of course, I just realized that I was going to do stuff with the Gossip Stones, but I guess that can wait. Oh no, there's more stuff that I need to do outside of the cells. So I'm going to do stuff. I'm going to modify Roxanne's inventory, and I'm going to fiddle with the Gossip Stones, and then I will save again, and then start working on cells. And Creation Kit is probably going to crash once I start working on the cells. I was I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, there's not much left to be done in 6.5, and I don't want to start working on 6.6 stuff yet. I really wish there was a way to make Creation Kit work faster. I wonder if there's some silly... Let's play Minesweeper. Okay. Oh no. That's really loud. Okay. Well done. Cool. Good. That was fun. Okay. Gossip Stone. Let's check you out. And the Gossip Stone script is just brute force. I could have done it a little more elegantly, but it's at this point it's too far gone. And what I'm doing is I'm adding hints for the goddess shrines if they haven't already been added. I don't want to, with Relics of Hyrule, I want Relics of Hyrule to be, I don't want to abandon the traditional Skyrim in favor of the special edition. I may experiment and see if I can modify vanilla Skyrim stuff with the special edition creation kit, but I don't want to switch over because a lot of mod makers have abandoned standard Skyrim, and I don't want to do that because I know not everybody has Skyrim Special Edition, and some people don't want it, so I don't want to alienate them. That's the point. I'm sorry, no. The Gossip Stone hint about the Gossip Stones is a joke. Yeah, it's a joke. It's the Gossip Stones in Ocarina of Time do the same exact thing. You can talk to a Gossip Stone in Ocarina of Time, and it'll tell you that you can talk to the Gossip Stones if you're wearing the Mask of Truth, which you couldn't do unless you were wearing the Mask of Truth. So it's a in joke. Well, thank you for stopping by anyway. I didn't know that the Deadman's Respite small key was not working, so I will fix that. Yes, the Sea of Ghosts is the ocean north of Skyrim. What other silly things I need to add? I mean, the Gossip Stones are not meant, they're just meant to be hints. They're not gonna be, they don't know everything. So I'll just have that for now. The heck? That would help. Some of the fairies intentionally don't disable. For instance, pink fairies usually don't disable. But if you have found any, I would welcome a list, because it's very hard to keep track of, you know, there's over 100 fairies, so it's very hard for me to keep track of which ones disable and which ones don't. So I would welcome such a list. And the fairies in Ganon's Deadlands don't disable intentionally, but there are some that are supposed to disable that don't. Okay, what was I looking for? Maybe I should do this. Smoky Woodfall. Oh, yeah. Smoky Woodfall. No, that's not going to happen. In order to make the yellow fairies that mark arrow shrines respawn with the chest, I would have to implement a whole separate script to check whether the chest has stuff in it and to disable the fairy. But in order to do that check, there would have to be, whenever the chest was loaded, I mean, it could be possible, but I don't see the point. I mean, it would be helpful. I mean, it would be possible, yeah, it would be possible. But it would have to be this whole separate script, and just for those chests. And I just don't want to do it. There are things that take precedence over these sort of quality of life, minor details like that. Oh, okay, I guess she sells bomb flower buds now. There we go. That's what I wanted. The yellow rupee being invisible. That's different. That's weird. I'll probably have to re-add the rupee to the mesh list. I think I fixed the typo for the redid leather boots. Yeah, I fixed the typo for the redid leather boots. So no, they're no longer messed up. And I may have already caught the Skulltula and King of Langdonzel. Yeah, I think I got the Skulltula issue as well. Okay. I'm going to save again, and while it's saving, just as a joke. No, it's games. Gonna try Minesweeper again. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Here? Okay. Here. Ooh. So there's one right there. One in this row, one in this row, two in this row, three in this. Wait. Help. about my sweeper. Oh, that doesn't help me at all. You help. Okay, never mind. Don't have time for that. I will figure it out myself. Yeah, that's great. Thank you. Well... Oh. That was lucky. Nope. Yeah, let's try it again. Seems like this is a decent strategy. 'Cause they don't usually spawn in the corners. 2. Ooh. Now, all I wish I knew is what these numbers meant. Obviously there's one right there. And there's probably... I don't know... Right click is flags. So that's probably... Yeah, right click is flag. And these are probably both... does this mean there's 3 in this column? Okay. So I'm guessing this one is a mine. And that there's a ton right here. Ooh. I'm guessing that means there's 2 there. Maybe. Oh, how many bombs are in the 8 tiles around the number? Okay. I was functioning under the impression that it was like Voltorb flip. So, if there are 2 around the number here, so this means that there's, these 2 are probably bombs. This means that there's, those 2 are probably bombs, and those, that one? Oh, there's one, there's one in this area, one below 3, yeah. The one below 3 is probably a mine, because this means this is probably a mine. This is probably, these 2 are probably mines, based on these numbers. That's probably a mine, because, yeah, so these 2 are probably mines. That's probably a mine. And those 2 are mines. So... there's 1 in there, and there's 2... Yeah, there's a mine right here, because it's saying there's 1. These 2 are saying there's 1, so that's probably a mine. That's probably a mine. And there's 1 in here somewhere. So this is a 1. There's one right there. Oh! Well, let's see if this is a mine. Nope. Okay. So there's 1 in this entire... Okay, cool. So that's definitely a mine. This is the tricky part right here, because there's 2 in this. There's 1. Oh, so these are both not mines. There's 2 in this area. There's 2. Oh, there's 5 mines. And I've identified 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, no. There's 3. There's 3 in this area. Nope. I got close. That was pretty good. Alright. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I was going to fix more Wittershall. What I want to do is I want to make the render window load quicker. So I'm not going to bother with any of that. Don't want that. Okay. Come on, Creation Kit, you can do it. You've done this a million times before, Creation Kit. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna fix this entrance because it got all garbled up. Crack there. I may just put in some, since there's such fine cracks there, I may just put in some easy peasy pillars or something. One. shouldn't be any trouble there anymore. Oh, it's way down there. Creation kit's loading surprisingly quickly now. Hopefully that's a good sign. Yeah, wow, that's loading really quickly. That's strange. No. I think I'll put the Itnumzand marker for Faror's pearl. I think I might put it on one of the towers. They both have Chilphos in them. I will definitely take a look at the fairy. I might as well just move it there. I'll take a look at the fairy list later today. I will put the marker there. So I'm going to rename this one Itnumzand map marker. And I'm going to add a heading. Marker heading. I don't want to spawn the person right next to a Chilphos. There is a Chilphos down that way, but it's not terribly close. It is going to be kind of a... I suppose I could put it in Itnumzand. That might be better. I'm just going to do that. Because Itnumzand is so... And if somebody wanted to get to the siphon or wanted to get outside, this would be a nice middle ground. And then that would make Itnumzand like the quickest way to get to the link between worlds. Of course it is. N. Nope. Faror. Faror, Pearl. Gonna have to change this to... Instead of that, could be in Itnumzand itself. Kittens and marker 1. There. Okay, so that's done. So I'm gonna save. Oh, no wonder. Dang it. I went through all that trouble for nothing. I'm gonna rename this marker because the new one, that's this one. Yes, there we go. And it still should, yeah. Okay. So that way, it plops you in Itemzan instead of having to go through that arduous entry process, which works a little nicer. Anything else that I could do in here? There's new armor that needs tempering recipes. Does the Green Knight armor have tempering? No, it doesn't. Okay, good thing I checked that. The Green Knight's armor, I actually showed it at the beginning of this stream when I was testing Faror's Shrine. I can show you again after I set these tempering recipes. Heal. I think I have no. Okay. So here's the Green Knight's helmet. There's a few cool features on it. One of which is the holes. They're very carefully placed, very deliberately designed. The back looks kind of cool, intentionally. And there's a little bit of something up here, very subtle. So that's the helmet. The armor itself looks like this. There's a nice feature there. I kept the book from Dawnguard armor. There's a few different things on it that are pretty cool. Gauntlets have something pretty subtle on them as well. And the boots are just sort of there. There's nothing really to write home about them. And it has a cloak too. Yep, that's what the helmet was designed so that the holes looked like the holes of the Ocarina of Time. Weapons that need tempering. No, the tunics are finished. Um, there's already two variants of them. There's the standard ones and then the Ashland, and there's like 9. There's actually 12 now. 12 different types of tunic. Um, and I don't want to go through that work again. The Dawnguard armor is really fun to work with. It's really easy to work with, but I don't want to reinvent the wheel a third time for the tunics. There's also, not only are there the tunics, there's the heavy armor and the glass armor. So there's already 4 variants of the tunics that I'm not going to expand on any further. Shield. Yes, Goron shield has a temper. Okay, gonna save one more time, and then I'm going to pop into Skyrim again to test Nehru's Pearl. So you know what that means. It's time for Minesweeper. Oh boy. Okay. I don't. The the Green Knight isn't really. Once the lore for the Green Knight doesn't fit having more variants of it. The Green Knight is sort of separate. It'll be explained once you find the lore for the Green Knight, but again, I don't want to do that. I don't want to, because the Green Knight is not meant to be. The Green Knight is meant to be a Relics of Hyrule canon thing. It's not meant to be. There's not going to be variants because there's only one Green Knight. That's just how it is. I do really like how the Green Knight armor turned out, and if I had made it first, then maybe this, the variants would have come into play, but that's not how history went, and I'm not going to redo the tunics, even if it's just 4. That was gonna, yeah, that was totally gonna happen. Well, I found which one. Oh, geez, Creation Kit, for some reason, playing Minesweeper makes Creation Kit go faster. Or maybe it's just a weird correlation. There are 10 mines in this. Good lord. I'm gonna finish this board and then... Alright, fair enough. Alright, never mind. Let's fire up Skyrim. Gotta wait for Creation Kit to crash, because whenever I close it, it crashes. Does not like to be closed. There we go. And this only happens when I'm using all the DLC, except Hearthfire. Relics of Hyrule does not require Hearthfire. Nor will it. Welcome to the stream. I have popped open Skyrim. And I am testing things. Might as well open more Literature. Check the fix that I made to the fixing. Okay. Looking good. Not seeing any gaps. There's a gap right there. There's another gap. Ugh. Okay. Still some gaps. Okay. Looks like the door just needs to be moved a little. That will solve that one. And then this one just looks like that's a little high. I could probably fix that with a rubble pile or something. Or a dirt pile. Or, yeah, I could move this one up. Something like that. I don't know. Let's use Pharaoh's Pearl. No. Oh, no, yeah. And let's go to Intimzing. Cool. Excellent. Hi guys, how are you? Don't mind me. Get out of here. And the rest of you, I don't want to bother with. So, let's go to Mim. So I wanted to check the Ancient Enchanter, make sure it's activating properly. Yep, cool, good, excellent. Everyone's happy. Don't know why that's in here. That needs to get, because I have the true Master Sword, so it shouldn't be telling me about the corrupt Master Sword. Hey, you just got his white sword. Don't know why it's telling me about that, but yeah, it shouldn't be telling me about the Master Sword either, because I have the true Master Sword. Goddess Sword still looks a little flat. Needs a little bit more variance in the color. Like the hilt needs to be darker or something, so that it pops more, so it doesn't look like it all came out as one piece of metal. That looks alright. Big container. I would have called it a stamina vessel if Breath of the Wild was a thing before I added these. Okay. And then the tooth. There it goes. Okay. So that's working. Let's test Nehru's Pearl. Storage? Cool. Yeah, this was before I tested it last time. Enhancement. Magic. Goody. Enhancement. Armor. Okay, that shows that the Helmet of Hero Shade is now temperable, as it should be. Pierce Dude's mask. I've always wanted to add a Goron mask. And the problem is that the Gorons have very distinctive faces, and also very cartoonish faces. So it was very difficult to figure out how to make a Goron mask work. I also didn't want to reuse this model, but I might do something with that. The iron bar for the Locomo sword. Giving it a custom texture. I do not see the point, to be perfectly honest. Alteration workbench, good. Let's open the ingots. I'm just gonna look at the seal bar to see what I think. Because it's just a crafting thing. Where is it? And it looks fine to me. I mean, the bottom looks a little weird. I don't see anything wrong with it. Yeah. But once again, it's just a it's just part of the crafting quest, quote unquote. And again, there's other things that take precedence. Where's the orichalcum ingot? Orichalcum ore. And I had it would look slightly better if it was a stretched out bar like that, like a square bar or a rectangular bar with the seal bar texture. That would make it look a little nicer. So I may do that. I may modify those bars so that they're rectangular rather than trapezoidal like the steel bar is. Because that's what bothers me just a little bit. That's what would motivate me to change it, is that... But it still looks fine to me. It's just such a minor detail that I don't see myself changing it anytime soon. Whoops. Okay. Let's check alchemy. Alchemy is good. Let's check... Oh, I already checked all the grindstone. Nice. Let's check. Smelter, good. Tanning, good. Cooking, good. And I already checked alchemy. Yeah, okay. Cool. So Nehru's Pearl is finished. It's, in fact, both pearls are done. So that means there's only really 2 things left for Relics of Hyrule 6.5. I need to start and finish Lost Sky Crater, and then I also need to finish the Ghost Ship Islands. And I was going to test those. Oh yeah, let's test, I don't think this will do anything, but I just want to see if the Shrine of Ferror woke up, so to speak. Dang it, God bless America. It's still giving me Nehru's gratitude. And it's not giving me the option to... No, I don't care. No, I don't care. No. Fine. Thank you, Ferror. No good sack it. And there's... Oh, wait. There was supposed to be a book in here. I'll have to add that. Whoops. Okay. I do want to fix this for at least this character, because at some point she'll find Pharaoh's Shrine, and I don't want her to get Nehru's... Oh, wait, you know what? Maybe what's happening is that it's looking at Nehru's Pearl and ignoring Pharaoh's Pearl for some reason. So it's like checking for Nehru's. I'll have to check. I considered organizing. I considered making the, like, you know, yeah, song Goron Lullaby or Ocarina song Goron Lullaby. I just think it would look stupid. This is very clean looking to me. And if you have... I don't think I'll do that. I considered it, but I don't like how that would look. Considering these are already Song of Time, it would have to be Song: Song of Time, and that just looks really weird to me. I also considered giving the Ocarina of Time a menu, so you could just open that. Basically what I'm saying is they're staying the way they are. If you want to find one really easily, you can favorite it. And they're all powers. So, like, that's a power. These are all just, you know, powers. I'm not going to do it. The shouts aren't organized that way. There we go. The problem with the menu is that it is prohibitively difficult. In order to make such a menu, I would have to first figure out how, or make a really complicated thing like Pharaoh's Pearl, which would completely ruin it to me. So I'm just leaving it the way it is. And I'm just making sure that I can't see anything, because I'm not supposed to. Seeing that is okay, that purple wall, that's fine for me. And let's see here. That should change, that should show something else. Let's see if the game crashes again like it did last time. Okay, cool. So this is one of the islands. This is the Isle of Ruins. I'm not going to show you what's inside, but this is what the Isle of Ruins looks like. And it's a work in progress. Like, that doesn't look that great at all. That should be a little bit more refined. How's it going? Alright. There's one more thing that I wanted to test. Oh wait, first I should see if it goes back properly. Oh, that's interesting. Yes, this area will it'll jive with Frostfall because of the weather. Okay, that works. That actually doesn't work. That's not actually good. I don't even know where this is, because the flags are gone. It's very strange. Huh. Flags are gone. Oh, that didn't work. Just checking misery once again. It looks like I fixed the water. I'm gonna check on that lady over there. You stop. Stop being a dude. How are you?
So nice to have pleasant company for a change. Need something?
I guess not. I'll have to reset her. Okay. Still crack. Something else. Yeah, the yellow rupee looks fine I mean, well, it's no good barometer to say, oh yeah, the yellow rupee looks fine in my game, but it is strange that the yellow rupee is the only one that wasn't visible. Hi.
Is that... Huh?
I want to buy things. Oh, it's because it's 10. And that looks different. Z fighting. I'm gonna wait until she can sell things.
Is that magic? Careful, please.
I don't wanna...
Huh? Yes? Huh?
Let me have one in my... It would still be strange because they all use the same... Oh, I have a blue rupee. Alright, yellow rupee. Yes, the shock arrow will have a bolt. With the alteration table, you can change the fire arrows and ice arrows into fire bolts and ice bolts. So the shock arrow will have the same thing. Yeah, the yellow rupee's working fine in my inventory. It's the same model for the world and the inventory. Hi guys.
Yeah?
Sell me
Hello.
things. Let's see the weird stuff. Okay, well she's not selling any ingredients, but she is selling moon shards and soul gems and silver ore and pickaxes and things.
Until next time.
Oh, I just realized I'll have to make shock shrines, won't I?
I...
I'll have to
Need
make
something?
shock shrines.
Yes? Need something?
Now use your cooking pad. Okay. Oh, cool. So, as a matter of interest, yeah, the still, I think, silver bolt, yeah, the silver arrows and light arrows can be transformed into bolts, and they function exactly the same way. No, the shock shrines are going to be just like the, fire shrines and other things. They're just going to be around, and Lionels are not probably going to happen. Probably not going to happen in Relics of Hyrule, simply because they have 6 limbs and they're like centaur things, and that's just not reasonable. These are all the crafting things that Nehru's Pearl accesses. So this is the actual chest that Nehru's Pearl opens. And I just decided to make them all unique here. And I guess, you know what, I could have made this alteration workbench the one that it accessed, but I didn't bother. I'm going to test this one more time. Armo sword. Oh, that's another so once it, loads this Armo sword, I'm going to show you the different Armo swords that are... So, in 6.5, I added refined Armos weapons, meaning that when you reforge Armos weapon, the first 3, Armos Mace plus 1, Armos Mace plus 2, all look the same, but then plus 3 is slightly more skinnier. And then the swords do the same. So the Armos sword, up until +2, you know, looks pretty chunky, and then it gets more refined once you get to +3 and beyond. Same thing with the war axes. And they flip around for some reason. The Hall of Memories, I'm not working on it because it's a 6.6 thing. I already know what it's going to look like and everything, and I can show you that it's going to have displays like this, and then the little buttons like that, and activate it, and it will pop a replica of the weapon that you're carrying into that, and the button will disappear. I think, but it checks for what you're carrying. For some reason, it's Armos arrows. So this is just an example of what the Armos display might look like. I think nobody's going to expect what the Hall of Memories is really going to look like. I have planned what it's going to look like, and I have the cell already in place. And then I'm also testing... well, I didn't want anybody to find out about you, but... Ow. Ow. Alright, you know what? Yeah, in 6.5, there's going to be a new enemy. It turned out surprisingly well. And they bleed, which is interesting. And these things that I was looking at before that thing spoiled everything for me are sort of miniature versions of the dungeons. So this one's Kino Langdonzel, but it's Kino Langdonzel before it got ruined. And then this is the Temple of Time. So in the Hall of Memories you'll be able to, if you bring the key from a certain dungeon, you'll be able to set up these little displays. And the door works! Alright. And Armos aggressors, they drop things. Yeah. I think, I don't think there's much else to do, so I might as well just call the stream there. I'm going to quit Skyrim, because it's almost dinner time. And I don't want to open Creation Kit again. There's only so much left. I'll start working on Lost Sky Crater. I'll start fixing these things that we found, and I'll look at the fairies list of fairies and fix those. And then it's Lost Sky Crater and the Ghost Ship, and then 6.5 will be done. So it's getting really close. So, thank you very much for watching. This has been a lot of fun. And hopefully I'll be able to stream again sometime soon. Sometime in May. We'll see. I don't know. My schedule is all over the place for work. But hope to see you the next time that I stream, if I happen to be able to sometime in May. We'll see. Anyway, I will catch you on the flippity flop.